FIRST Robotics Team 1511 presents We Can Robot.
Hi, my name is Marisa, and I'm from First Team 1511 Rolling Thunder from Penfield, New York. In the last episode of We Can Robot, we learned about 3D printing and how we use it to make our robots. In this episode, we'll be talking about what advocacy is and how you can use it to help those around you. So, what is advocacy? Advocacy is defined as support for something, like an issue or a law. People advocate for or actively support what they believe in every day through writing letters to or meeting with government officials, talking to their parents or teachers, or even talking to their principals at school. You can advocate to anyone about anything. One example of advocating is when my robotics team meets with government officials. We believe that education in science, technology, engineering, art, and math, also known as STEAM, is important. So we meet with our officials to tell them to continue to fund STEAM education. We sit down with them and say how bad it would be if STEAM wasn't funded, and we give them personal examples as to how STEAM education has made our lives better. When we advocate for things, it gets us results. Through meeting with government officials, we've gotten money to create new FIRST teams and teach new kids about STEAM. It helps to remind people about what you're advocating for, and it gives them information about why they should do what you want them to. Another example, let's say you believe that there should be more recess time at school. You could advocate for more recess to your school principal, meaning that you work to convince the principal that it's a good idea. To do this, you could write a letter to them or set up a meeting in person to talk about your reasoning for wanting more recess. Either way, start by introducing yourself. Then talk to them about your idea and how it would change things. Next, you can bring up how you and those around you would be impacted. Lastly, you can ask them, "Can I count on your support?" And if they say no, politely ask why. When advocating for something, the person that you're advocating to wants to see that your idea will help the majority of people. The more people that will be positively impacted by your idea, the better. You can have friends that support your idea and tag along with what you're doing. The more people that get involved, the more powerful your idea will be. There are lots of ways you can advocate for something. You could write a letter, start a petition, have a protest, or speak to the person. If you talk to the person or people, you need to keep public speaking skills in mind. Public speaking is a skill that you can use in advocacy and more. Public speaking helps you in school and everyday life. You might use public speaking giving a presentation to your class or talking with your parents. On 1511, we publicly speak all the time. From demos to team meetings to competitions to presentations, almost every kid on the team has publicly spoken. Here are a few tips to help you when you're publicly speaking. Remember to keep eye contact with the person or people you're talking to. One way of doing this is noticing their eye color. Looking at this will help you focus on their eyes and keep looking there. Eye contact helps the person to understand you better. You should also remember to speak loudly and clearly. The people that you're talking to need to understand what you're telling them. Keep your head up and try to speak loud enough for them to hear you well. Never be afraid to take a few pauses to think about what you're saying. Always show lots of expression when you're speaking. Showing emotions is a great way to get your point across on top of words. I challenge you to either find something important to you and write a letter to advocate for it, or go out and try public speaking. For an added challenge, you can combine the two and talk to your family about something that you believe in. Thanks for listening, and I hope you have fun.